Okay, we are back, guys. Here for game number 2, Sync Esports versus Evo Corporation. This being the grand finals, of course, for cycle number 8. So, welcome back here. I'm joined by Shorecon as my co-caster once again. So, we are into this draft. Obviously, a quick start here as far as what we're seeing. What were the bans initially? I didn't lay it
Warbeast, Ophelia, Waltzel, and Andromeda. And I like it. A support is being banned again. It feels like, man, 2014? Yeah, it feels like 2014 with Rhapsody being banned every single game. Oh, man. Those are the days.
That's something where the support, yeah.
Yeah. Where the support was just that important. Like, Andro wasn't even different back then. It was just, like, such a different meta. So it's really nice to see the game evolve. Yeah. Simply because other heroes got so strong.
Absolutely. You know, Moira had a little bit of a period with that here as far as being banned even too, but yeah, Andrew getting some love, and Andrew definitely has stepped up as the go-to support in a lot of ways, so not surprised to see it thrown out here with the ban, as you're pointing out. But we got picks happening of Parasite into Behemoth, Magnus into Lord Salforus, and Prisoner into a Glacius, actually. So, Sync a little more conventional this time around with their lineup. No rally this time. Something of those likes, but Lord Salforce on the side of ECX. I wonder if Nier is going to end up playing that mid again, like they did yesterday, or it's going to be a jungle instead.
Well, yeah, it's probably going to be Nier mid with Salforce. So. From what we've seen so far from Nier middle, it's been Salforce or Defiler. So
it's only 2 heroes, yeah.
I mean, I made a joke of it, kind of making a joke of it yesterday with the whole, you know, either he plays Salforce or he plays Defiler. That's his hero pool in mid. But I mean, it's very likely. I mean, the hero is not weak in mid at all.
Yeah. And again, a very small sample size here, but yeah, he did it yesterday against the same team for that matter, and it did work out, so perhaps that could be the case. So, fourth pick here for Sync is now the bans have finished. Hellbringer, Sandwraith, Defiler, Magebane, Valkyrie, and Silhouette coming out. Pretty heavy on the carry side. They banned Defiler even, does lap, so thinking that Nier could still pick that up here. Worried a bit.
Vindicator, are they going to pick up? No, they can't pick up Sandwraith, so I like the hero as a support, but they really need to have a reason for it. And I guess Behemoth is reason enough, because when Behemoth jumps in with the shockwave, it makes you make sure that you don't have any follow up. So then you only have the shockwave, which, you know, granted deals a lot of damage, but it'll make sure that they're not, you know, stunned for 4.5 seconds.
Fourth pick now for ECX, but yeah, Vindicator. I still don't know how I feel about this whole support idea of Vindicator. It feels like it just feels. Wow,
what?
Really? They go
really?
themselves. That's
my God.
I really wonder if that's a let's show you how it's done kind of pick.
Them. Yeah.
That is pretty fun. I mean, their lineup it's definitely not bad, especially if it's that carry pickup here. But Doctor, yeah, see, Doctor's good against Corrupted, where he doesn't really care about the conduit. Yeah, there's not really a good conduit target on this Legion side.
Yeah, except for maybe Prisoner, because I mean, Prisoner is going to be nearby the team the entire time, so.
Huh. Well, yeah, they're going to run it this time.
And the last pick for ECX, I'm sure they're going to pick Jungler now. They just have to confirm my very genius knowledge that Nier is going to play that Salforce middle.
Do Succubus middle. Oh, they got
Deadlift. Succubus, by the way, please play that hero. I mean, why not? It's a Doctor Repulsor. If you can catch him with the ultimate, from Fog at least, then Doctor's going to die.
Vindicator might be annoying to play against, but...
Wow,
What is going on?
What is going on?
They pick up Deadlift, and I don't think they're happy with that pickup.
No, but it's good.
Yeah.
There's nothing that the Legion has against it to counter it.
Yeah, true. Gonna have to pretty much deal with it if it happens. So, especially against like a Doctor Repulsor, it's pretty good against him too. Keeps him in place even though he has that ultimate up. So, gonna have to deal with that, and yep, sure enough, Tank Effect gonna be playing it. So Nier will be playing his signature Lord Salfor's middle. Okay, saying that.
Yeah, signature. Two
Yeah.
games.
2 games on this, and 2 games now on
Lord
Defiler.
Syphilis. Lord Syphilis. Well, that is an apt name, I think.
That's something. Lapped does stream quite a bit. That's good.
Oh God, what is going on? This, like, yeah, you can clearly see that Sync has lost interest in this game, at least a tiny bit. I mean, Vindicate, like, there's not much to counter on the Hellborn team with that Vindicator. I still think it's a very strong support hero, though. So.
Yeah. Again, I was kind of talking about that earlier. I'm still not. I don't know if I'm sold yet on this idea of this Vindicator support at the same time. Like, the E is good. Obviously, the Ultimate's good. And Probusk was selling last series how the Ultimate, especially the slow even's pretty powerful. So there's all that, but it just his laning phase. His early game, it's so weak compared to so many other supports.
I mean, he can box out one hero just fine, in my opinion. But, yeah.
As far as
I mean, you
providing
can even,
kills,
yeah.
he's weak.
As far as providing kills, no, but he can keep a hero level 1 effectively because he can, if you get level 2 on Vindic, because of course you want to level your Sage's lore first, and you level Master's Incantation, you can deal with it in the same way an Arachna does, and just you orb walk the enemy you're up against.
Yeah, the W right there. And I did have to confirm that because, again, he gets it at level 1, it's mentioned, but yeah, you can't actually use it until you put a level into it.
Yeah.
That first level that you get naturally is just for the charge factor. Of course.
Look at this, by the way. Parasite is walking around. Is Lapt actually trying to get the reward, but it's actually going to be Chowli who's going to not only block the pole camp, but also block the hard camp right now. So this Lapt is pretty behind, actually.
Yeah, not a friendly start for him. He's going to go all the way over here to this camp. He will get a Minotaur at least, but...
That's a terrible creep.
I guess for farming, yeah. It's not too
Nobody
good,
wants a Minotaur at level 1.
That's true.
It's a horrible creep. Like, you can barely kill the creep camp without actually losing the Minotaur, so it's...
Gank middle then.
I think... Yeah, well, you're level 1. Have fun. No leech. I think it's the worst creep as Parasite to farm with. Even worse than a Skeleton King. Because at least with a Skeleton King, you can make the creeps... You can kite them a bit.
Yeah. That's so for that hard camp at least, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, having to make do with what he's got here. He's over a Vagabond, actually. Wonder if he's
Mana Drain.
going to try to get that mana burn off. Yeah, look for a play here.
Glacius is doing a really good job of blocking that camp. I wonder if ECX was saying, Charlie, your job in this tri-lane, block the hard camp.
Get back here.
Take care of Slap there. Yeah, speaking of that, he comes down here. He actually burns Behemoth's mana out of it. Well played there. It's actually pretty. Was that 100 mana burn? Jeez.
Yeah, it was a lot.
That's powerful.
Oh, Glacius, though. Do they want to go on this? Parasite is going to walk into Glacius. Prisoner has his hook, but the Corrupt Conduit is doing so much right now.
Yeah, you see he's cutting off Vindicator. Now here comes the hook from Prisoner probably. Although Behemoth is also here, though. He's going to throw out the Fissure. Somebody's going to die here. Who's it going to be? It's going to be Corrupted. Imba Boy gets credit for the kill.
Damage. 180 damage with that Corrupt Conduit.
Yeah, early on especially, that Conduit can be so threatening. And a lot of damage as we saw there. So the mana up works for ECX. Big start for them. As you mentioned, Parasite, his camp's constantly being blocked too.
Every time.
Not pretty.
Not pretty. And yeah, what you're saying now about the Vindicator not being that effective? Yeah. Versus a tri-lane,
probably not.
I can't imagine him doing too well.
Yeah. This is definitely, again, a big weakness. But I will say also... Yeah, it kind of just hitting me, but yeah, laning the deadlift here is what they chose to do in the end, too, with how they set it up here.
I mean, Tankafit has just been laning in all these games. I think it's just because they have Charlie instead of Matthias.
True. Kind of a different idea as far as
Top
strategy
lane though.
goes, and it's working kind of. Deadlift.
Oh,
Oh,
so close.
volcanic touch. So much damage. Not enough, but man,
Level
that is
2.
strong.
In a 1v1, like Magnus definitely takes the cake apparently.
Yeah.
And it's not even close. Like, look at Tanka. He has to get out.
Creep farm wise, he's doing pretty good, but yeah, right now he has to fall all the way back to regen, so he's going to fall behind here. As far as that's concerned, at least.
And you have Parasite actually in the enemy woods right now.
Yeah.
Realizing that he's not going to get a lot in the Legion woods, he
Exactly.
just decides to go there. And even Glacius is farming the Legion woods.
Yeah, might as well
Kind of.
get
But
something.
Vindicator not
No,
last hitting
Glacius got it, yeah. Battle of the supports.
Sulfuris is going to find Parasite now though, so at least they have knowledge of this. But Deadlift,
Uh-oh.
ported bottom.
Uh-oh. They're diving. Prisoner, not much you can do either. Here comes the death grip. Da-na, 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 da-na. Yep, gets picked off. Corrupted. Just kind of sitting there with the tower. Is like, all right, walk it off. And now
They're
going
going to
to
push the tower now.
Onslaught here. Creep wave comes. Yep, there we go. So that's going to be a free tower kill here on top of that. Yeah, no TPs early on, at least none used there.
Imbaboy even getting the last hit. So Imbaboy's at 510 GPM. Top lane though.
Yeah.
Magnus is going on Sulfuris.
Oh, now Sulfuris did an attack.
He did.
Did he? Okay.
But it was level 1 of the ability, so you don't leech the 100% life and you don't get
Okay.
that much damage, etc., etc.
Seemed like
But
it
no,
was late.
yeah, I did see a bit of a jump up in life, so he did end up healing. But yeah, there's just too much damage coming out from that level 1 Magnus ultimate. It's 660 damage, especially at point blank range.
Yeah, it's not a lot of cases you'd be able to survive that. So good kill for Magnus for sure. Coming out there, it takes advantage of obviously knowing Deadlift spot him, and everyone was for that matter. But still, what happened bottom, pretty impactful for ECX. Corrupted Disciple. He's going to go an early Energizer here. I feel like we don't see a whole lot of Energizers nowadays. Kind of passed up as an item.
Yeah,
carries,
I think
but-
there was the issue that it was just too strong for a bit. So a lot of teams decided, yeah, we can't stack it either anymore, and you know it really slows down your farming item, because that was all the rage. You know, you had the Clanks with the Thunderclaw, you have Magebane with the Runed Cleaver, you have all these heroes that basically need an item silhouette Nullstone. So Energizer really is just not core.
Yeah, Sandwraith has been the biggest one for me, because Energizer on Sandwraith, that was largely considered a really powerful pickup on it for a long time there. But then it's all of a sudden this new Mach especially, it kind of comes back, it's like, no, you get Mach every game. There's no question,
But
you
yeah.
just go for Mach.
Yeah, but also the fact that Mach is his farming item.
Yeah, so.
I think that's the biggest deal. Mecha is going to be recovering a bit now at bottom lane, and we have Dr. Pulsar not doing bad in mid at all. But he was versus a Sulfuris, and I gotta think that Sulfuris would not do too horribly versus a Dr. Repulsor. I know there's a lot of damage coming out from Magnetic Contraption, but the way Sulfuris is built is that he can just take the beating without really, you know, losing that much life. Having that life tap to just recover every time.
To be fair, Sulfuris is 390 gold per minute now.
But that's because he just took out a
He's
triple
doing-
stack hard cap.
Yeah, there is that, but it's more so that Doctor is doing so well himself,
Yeah.
in the lane. Speaking of that, they're acting like they want to maybe try to make a play. I mean, Vindicator's been sitting here for a little bit, maybe just leeching experience. Need to get him level 6.
Yeah. Serenia doesn't even have boots yet, so he's really trying to reach for anything.
Ghost Marchers on South Forest now, continuing to farm in the jungle. Middle lane, Magma's coming in. They're going to collapse on a Death right here, but Glaciers have a Behemoth nearby. Unfortunately, just too much burst, though, initially. Out comes the totem from
silence.
Vindicator. Glacius in trouble. He is going to be able to get the freeze on the Doctor, but no one here to follow up. Double tap for Serenia, actually. So now he's got boots. Nice little gold
Yeah.
boost there.
He better buy boots. Yeah, there we go. But, like, yeah, Legion team is really good at fighting, especially with Dr. Repulsor. And you'd expect the same from Hellborn, but it was just simply a matter of positioning in that fight. Oh, is this going to be a deny or not? Yeah, Parasite does not feel comfortable sticking around just because of the deadlift onslaught,
You see that
being able to
Energizer
control the...
corrupted. Uh-oh. Dun it. Dun it. No!
No!
The nerf comes into play!
The nerf comes into play heavily, and he's even ballsy enough to stack the ancients.
Just out of range. That range nerf. So
Okay, Magnus is going to walk into Behemoth right here, but he does have a haste rune bottled, so he's not too worried.
yeah, he's fine here. Gonna easily escape, so well played there, but Corrupted will head back to the top lane and continue his farm. Again, does have the Energizer, but still a ways to go for him, my boy, before feeling really good. But man, look at the GPM chart. You would think ECX is dominating this game, having those two heroes up there. I mean, not
But
really.
really, there's only been 5 kills, though.
Yeah. 3-2 hero kills here in favor of Sync.
I really expected Deadlift to do better, though, because it was such a, like, last pick. It was like, oh, it's a surprise. They have Deadlift, and then he ends up almost dying to the Magnus solo.
Yeah, I mean his gank is the biggest. Well, see, that's why that's where the laning is a little weak. You could argue for Deadlift because he wants to, sit in the lane and be 1v1, harass the opposition there, / get his own farm. But in the jungle, he's kind of that threat of the Q, the Death Grip coming out all of a sudden out of nowhere from the jungle, whether it's middle lane or the short lane or whatever. So laning Deadlift does, unless you're like going for an all-out push, it seems like it's actually pretty weak.
Well,
Yeah.
I would argue against that because the Dead Shall Rise is just such a strong ability, but it does have a 10-second cooldown. So if he misuses it, because there's a chance that if you use the Dead Shall Rise, that the creeps you create from it will follow the target that you use it on if there's no other creeps nearby. So you're actually able to get a lot of harassing. So I'm not sure if Tankfoot is too used to playing it, but I mean, Magnus, sure, he has the Volcanic Touch, but with Onslaught and the Dead Shall Rise, Deadlift should do decent.
Yeah.
And talking about Deadlift, he's going to get gone on by a DD, Dr. Repulsor, and Parasite, and it is going to be a kill.
Yeah, the TPs were coming in, but just not fast enough. Corrupted, obviously no stun or anything like that himself, so unable to chase. And we'll just farm once again. So, yeah, Deadlift simply getting caught in the middle of that double damage, making the difference for Doctor. Good rune control from them, and nice triple stack Ancients over here in the meantime. They're going to go do those somewhat as a team. Probably try to get Magnus most of these. Or at least a couple. He only needs a couple.
Yeah, he only needs like 2. He is going to get 2 right there. He does want the dragon. There we go. He has Portal Key. But I'm really curious to see what Dr. Repulsor is going to go. With like all the debate of what items are actually good on Doctor right now, it's, I think, the biggest mystery. Because one, you could go for a Hellflower to really just pump up the damage, or you could go for more of a tanky option, go for a Nullstone. Or, yeah, well, he's going to need a Shrunk in this game for sure, I think.
Probably not going to be a Grimoire.
No, probably not.
Pretty certain on here. Yeah, I think
Maybe.
Hellflower, and yeah, he gets the Arcana here, so.
Or, Resto Stone, but...
Yeah.
Harken's Blade, yeah, first item, let's go.
First item, Harkons. No, yeah. Hellflower is very likely the choice here. Glowstone uncorrupted, so he may be very likely going that staff himself.
Or Nullstone, not out of the question.
True.
With there's quite some important single target abilities, or even Cernia's ultimate.
That's true. Yeah, no, that could be a potential pickup here, so maybe we'll have to wait and see what Corrupted does go for. But it will kind of tell us the story again. If he gets like the staff, then okay, he buys a mighty play there.
It's a staff.
So probably the staff. Then that leads to the point of they're probably going to want to now get going here with get the staff and then start making some pushes really as a team, because that's the kind of item it is, obviously. So if they do that.
I think it's difficult to judge whether Dr. Repulsor is a harder carry than Doctor, though.
Corrupted Disciple, yeah.
Yeah. So
They're both not
that,
really like the obvious late game carries.
but I think Dr. Repulsor in the late game when he has all the items, him flying around like it's just such a nuisance, and it does so much damage. I think so if he goes for the support first, then he just gets insta killed, pretty much.
And I think that he's not countered by the conduit on top of that from Corrupted, really, is also pretty impactful. So, yeah, again, if on paper you had to say, then, yeah, I would probably go towards the Doctor as well. But bottom
But
lane.
then on the other hand, you know, deadlift, good res, and bottom lane,
True that.
prisoner.
He should be dead here. And there's,
Oh, what
no!
that? Oh
It
no!
still
But he
might
has
not
the portal
matter.
key.
Oh,
Oh
my
man,
gosh.
that is so. Oh,
Look at Mika even going for a hook right there, hoping to maybe catch somebody.
I
He
mean,
has
everyone ported
support.
for that. Agnes has his port in 5 seconds. I think he should be able to catch people. Serenia does have a ward there.
Corrupted gets out here, especially. I mean, points are coming in now. Corrupted Disciple. There's the final chapter use. Behemoth goes down. Corrupted's still trying to run this whole time. Death Grip coming out from Deadlift trying to help. Corrupted's going to barely survive in the midst of it. No, the leech to finish him off. Great snipe there from Slapped. He is going to die in return. But a 1-for-1, well worth it right there for Sync Esports.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 1-for-1.
Buyback Behemoth too.
Yeah. All right. So let's. Okay. Why would he? Why would he buy back on Behemoth?
Well, they clearly thought that there was a big fight coming out right there, and it kind of was. It just Sync did a good job of responding.
It's just I think Self Forest would have been able to deal with it because right now they have the issue that they lost 2, they bought back for no reason, and Dr. Repulsor survived.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That was.
Oh man, that was painful for ECX. I mean, the game still looks pretty even, but Behemoth, you know, he might just end up paying for that buyback. One, because you know it delays his portal key by that much more, and 2, because Magnus is actually jumping in on the Ancients right now.
Yeah, stealing some and also possibly getting a kill out of this. Lord South Forest getting low. Yes, it is going to be enough to take him out. Going to kill the Gravestone on top of that. Now they do get a turn kill on a Magnus so far. Behemoth now in trouble, but here comes Corrupted. Overload pop. He has the conduit up. Vindicator very likely going to fall. Can he die by Kongor? No, he cannot. Gets picked off there. The chase continues, though, as Parasite on the run. The stun at the last second hit the creep, though. So Parasite able to infest.
Corrupt Disciple trying to cut him off, and they are very well going to be able to.
Yeah.
Glacius is low, though.
Oh, man, just not enough. There we go. They got it there. And ECX.
Prisoner is sticking around and backs off. But this is an opening for them to push bottom. If they had chosen to, it would have been risky, though, because of Prisoner Hook. And Magnus was up already. Plus, Dr. Repulsor is not a terrible defensive hero either.
Yeah.
But yeah, so...
Okay,
never mind.
Oh, I thought they might have been doing Kongor even, but no, those are just the creeps.
They also don't really have that great of a Kongor team. Self-Forest is decent, but... I mean, Corrupt Disciple isn't really going to be bashing in auto attacks at any point.
Yeah. He almost has that staff here now, speaking of him, but... Yeah, I mean, again, thinking back at that bottom lane now, I know it's been a couple of fights here since then, but where he eventually bought back and everything. But, again, the Behemoth, really unfortunate fight overall for him because the buyback that resulted in nothing. But prior to that, that fissure block, you know, missing Prisoner, if he's pretty patient about it, a little more patient about it even, probably could have got the easier kill, but wanted to set that up and blocked and then caused all those issues and the eventual turnaround in favor of Sync. So, but after what's happened, it's been all right for ECX. And
Top lane, Behemoth is going to get picked off by Doctor solo.
there we go. So he goes down again. That
It was just
key.
like fly in and he just died.
Yeah, it does a lot of damage from that distance.
Yeah, especially when you level it up more. It does cost more mana when you level it up though. But anyways, so yeah, I'm kind of worried for ECX by how this is going because And Dr. Pulsar is, as you were saying, a really good hero for his Corrupt Disciple.
Oh, they're going to
Okay,
turn on
so
a Magnus right
they...
here. They're resurrecting Glacius, by the way. And yes, that was awesome. I was going to say, they don't have AoE, but all of a sudden,
Oh, but
resurrect Glacial Downpour.
Glacius,
But now
goodbye,
he's in
Glacius.
trouble again. Oh, boy. Well, that wasn't as planned. A double Tapper's lapped on the same hero.
Yeah.
That's kind of fun.
And, I mean, the fact that the res was used is not really a big deal.
No.
Oh, the hook. Look at Mickey. He's getting ready.
Yeah, that's a free hook on a Corrupted at least. There we go.
But did he get the
silence?
Geno?
No, he did not. The final chapter was used, and he is going to die. So big pick off on him. And Sink trying to make this continue now. You see Glacius resurrecting, trying to maybe give it here. So Lord Self-Force in the midst of it. Shockwave though from Behemoth jumping in, but Lord Self-Force will fall in the midst of it. Behemoth, he's done his upfront damage. He will go down. Sink Esports dominating here in this fight now as the Death Grip connects, but it just doesn't matter. The overall damage output is not enough. Wow, Sink barely lives on several heroes, and they ultimately win the fight as a result.
I mean, you never want to take a fight in the place that they just did. They really don't. Like, honestly, you just don't want to do that.
What's going on?
I don't know.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, man. But yeah, so on that hill at the Ancients, it's a really bad place to take a fight, especially as a self-force if you tablet in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that he just like he burned the bridges behind him and just said, "Let's go." It was fight or die.
Yeah, not the prime spot at all, and definitely feeling that. Now, again, the lead here for Sink, starting to build up a little bit, but you still have Self-Forest, who actually is the top farmer in the game, and then Corrupted over that 400 GPM mark here, so still a lot of potential for ECX despite that fight going
Yeah,
so
and
bad.
the moment that Behemoth gets his portal key as well, I mean, it doesn't matter what his GPM says. It's going to be useful regardless.
Yeah.
Unless Zane suddenly decides to, you know, not have any good ultis, but...
That will never happen.
Alright, so Dr. Repulsor is now going for Shrinking, and I really like that. Like, he's going for good teamfight items as well as, you know, farming items, because what he needs to farm is mana. He just needs to have mana regen. So if he's able to spam the magnetic contraption, he can take out stacks like that. Like he just did.
Yep. Good farm for him.
So, I mean, I think this is just the way to go now, the Hellflower.
Ooh, bottom. Now this, yeah, I was going to say, if they jump Lord Self-Forest, they're probably dead themselves, so don't go for it, and good decision.
They don't really have a response right now, though. Self-Forest is like the most jump they have with the tablet. There's no like instant counter initiation right now.
Yeah.
That's what they need the Behemoth for.
Yeah, portal key. He's working on it in the middle lane. You see them rotating to the middle. Doctor flies in. Gonna go for the quick pick. He gets it. And then kills the gravestone shortly after. So the Hellborn team, they were kind of nearby, but they just couldn't get there in time. So it happened so quickly with that Dr. Repulsor. So that portal key going to be delayed even a little bit longer now.
Yeah.
Saying here. Middle lane, though. Oh, they're setting a flank on a Vindicator. Okay, well, they find him. Doctor flies in, actually. He's getting lower on mana. There's a freeze coming out. He is in trouble. Undying's applied. Dr. Repulsor's going to fall. They got Glacius, but not what you're looking for if you're Sync. As Parasite in the flank, he's on the run, though.
Glacius is going to be rest, though.
Oh, up here, yeah. Look at that. Glacial Downpour on top of that. It's doing some good damage. A Prison Break, though. It pulls him in, gets the kill. Deadlift now, he's falling, but Lords of Force and Crypt Disciple are here. Dr. Repulsor, he buys back, though. He flies in, gets the kill to Deadlift, and now flying away. Eruption going off from Magnus, but Crypt the Disciple is still standing his ground. Prisoner going to be picked off. Oh, the Shockwave missed completely. He thought Magnus was still there. He was wrong, unfortunately, so the Shockwave wasted there. However, the fissure hits on a Parasite, but they are pretty deep right here, and a pause coming out. That's an awkward time.
What a time to pause.
Yeah.
Slapped crashed. Yeah, I was wondering why he was just running past Corrupt Disciple like that.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, they gotta kill him. They can't be like, oh, we'll let him live here.
Yeah.
Yo, but
All right. So Dr. Repulsor does have quite a bit of mana left. He could jump into the fight, but I'm kind of wondering if that's the best idea. I mean, you have, well, yeah, it's the best idea. He can just jump in. He won't die. All the abilities are pretty much used from the Hellborn team. Fisher is still on cooldown for another 13 seconds, and there's nobody else nearby. So I think ACX is diving a bit too far. I'm not even sure his Lapt is going to die. Once he reconnects, he has the Astrolabe ready to go.
yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, and Overload's running off here, I think, too, from Corrupted, so they're gonna be losing out on that source of damage. Addition and Behemoth. Again, he doesn't have a Shockwave. He just used Fissure. Yeah, ECX actually, more than I am looking at this, definitely needs to be really careful here with how much they do commit. You got Prisoner is the one porting in, I'm guessing. Yeah, he'd be the one porting in right here. So
is Vindicator at the same time. There's two ports. Yeah. There we go. His Lapt has reconnected, but I really think he should be fine.
I agree. You know, I think he's going to be able to, if anything, because they're going to run away here. Not really trying to make
I think it's a pretty great bait, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Him DCing.
Totally, yeah. They
all things
here.
considered.
ECX good. It's whenever Sync is ready to go here. Again, this is a 1-0 lead right now for EVA Corporation here in this series. All right, going to get the communication back going. But Corrupted,
Yeah.
as long as he lives here too, and South Forest, if he's able to get away.
That would be big, but I don't see it happening.
That's true.
I mean,
South Forest.
Parasite's going to burst someone down, and it's very likely going to be Corrupt Disciple. That it just chooses to jump in on him. I mean, why not? What does he have to lose at this point?
That's true, yeah. Mentioning especially with having the Astrolabe here, so. Yeah, that would probably be the prime target, actually, and Lord South Forest could still get picked off anyways, and Behemoth, again, nothing more that he can do really himself at this point, so. Yeah, not to overanalyze all this going on here, but you have to choose who's going to come out on top of this. Unpaused probably would be Sync.
Well, Breaky, how are you doing today?
You're good.
You doing good?
Looking forward to, obviously, especially the first series today, you know.
And you know, this one's just completely useless.
Yeah, this one's just like, why are we even here? No. No, we got a great series, and that was awesome to see. It was awesome to have Haxron on after the fact, too, and again, just hearing the emotion and knowing how much it means for them and him as a player and how long he's been around, especially, and gets to go to the World Finals now coming up, so yeah, big deal for Sync, especially, so congrats to them again. But all right, coming out of this pause here. There we go. Yep, he goes for Corrupted. There we go. He's dead off the bat. They're going to catch Behemoth. They kill South Forest. It's very likely going to be a genocide even.
I think Zib is playing with him because he's had that stun the entire time.
Simply waiting. And there we go. A genocide. I mean, Glacius just respawned.
Yeah, Deadlift's up is now, but
yeah, it's out of there. ESG pause. And now here comes the counter push. Gonna easily take out the tower right here.
And maybe even the Rax. They don't have Portal Key Behemoth, and they know that.
That is true, yeah. They've really been locking him down from getting that 24 minutes in now.
I mean, we also saw that yesterday, though, with, what's it called? With Slapped Behemoth.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, really struggled there. Deadlift. He's trying to chase, get that death grip. It's not going to hit, though. They're able to make it away. Was that a buyback, I'm guessing? Near bought back.
No.
Like.
No.
Was that earlier? Okay.
Wait.
I think he did buy back there, because I think it was just Behemoth from
Yeah, he might have. But he did die quite a while ago. I mean, it takes quite a while to push up, so.
True. Well,
Do you
whatever
remember
the
a different
case.
buyback happening? Whether,
See,
whatever the
I
case.
don't. Yeah, I don't. I really think he did buy back there, but I mean, I might be wrong. The point is, he is down one buyback. Whatever.
Yes.
Case
Whatever,
is.
whatever else is, yeah. Anyway, so, yeah, Sync seems to be in the lead pretty heavily this game, and I think it's really due to that Behemoth not having his portal key yet, and I hope they secure some farm for him right now at these Ancients, but Nier is taking up quite a lot of the farm, as it seems right now. And by quite a lot, I
Yeah.
mean like
All
all
of
of
it,
it.
essentially. Yeah, he still is shy about 200 gold. He's going to go middle. Just try to get these creeps at least. And ideally, should be able to get most of these.
Nier is going for the
All right.
what's it called, the sheep stick, so that's really going to be helpful this game versus Dr. Repulsor. He doesn't have like a no stone to prevent that from happening. And you saw earlier how easy it is to burst down Dr. Repulsor. If they actually manage to lock him down, that is.
Yeah, I was going to say, keep him in place, sure, but that's the tough part with that hero. Keeping him in that one location, so Behemoth, this last creep wave, he should have it now. As there we go, so. Finally has his portal key, that's got to be a good feeling.
Is this going to be the game changer?
That's,
I'm not sure.
Well, that's the potential at least. Hitting level 11 would be pretty big too. She's getting close to. Oh, they're going to get Vindicator. Oh, the Death Grip. This one does hit. Parasite here. He's going to go for the TP. That's not going to work. No, Parasite's like, ah, you're on your own.
Doesn't want to risk going out of the Ballista.
Yep.
Next, they need an Alchemist Bones on someone. Because look at all the auras that Parasite brings to the table right now.
Yeah.
He's got the Abyssal, the Soul's Bulwark. I wouldn't be surprised if he just makes the full Demonic as first item, pretty much.
Oh, yeah. No, it has to be Self-Force or Deadlift even, you'd think. The Alchebones here. Fury CX, so.
Yeah.
One of those two.
Well,
middle
Self-Force is
lane.
going to go Sheep.
Glacius dead. Self-Force getting pulled in. And that's a quick kill on him. Big
What a
shockwave,
shockwave,
though,
though.
from Sane. Is it enough in the end? Dr. Repulsor will fall right there. The Undying also helping with that. Parasite, he does take over the creep at the last second, but he is being heavily slowed right here. He's having troubles. Is going to be able to get out. But Behemoth snipes him with a fissure. Not enough for the kill, though. In the background, a big eruption actually coming out from Zimmy, meanwhile. And Mickey pulls them in, but maybe not the best of synergy, actually. Magnus in trouble? Yes, he is going to go down right there.
Without Doctor, they don't really have that much damage.
No.
That's where the issue comes in with the with his left build. Although he has, a lot of the auras, he doesn't actually have the damage from the puzzle box, which is something you would expect from a Parasite.
Yeah. Well, again, I mean, Portal Key again, it's just so important to have on Behemoth, and that's why right there. It's without that fight never takes place.
Yeah.
Like it did.
And it was such a beautiful ultimate as well. And 4 people stacked up right on top of each other. I mean, he pretty much solo killed Dr. Repulsor in his ultimate and everything.
Yep, the Undying was on him as well, so that of course helped a little bit, but
Yeah.
absolutely most of the damage there.
And that was a level 1
Secure
ultimate.
it. Yeah, no, he has that too. Shockwave going to be good to go another 45 seconds here. As Melbourne team heading towards Kongor Pit. As if they want to
Abyssal picked up.
try it.
On Tankafet.
No, not going to go for Kongor just yet. Yeah, Abyssal Skull picked up. Post-haste middle, by the way. Who's that? That's Magnus post-hasting. And they catch over here, Dr. Repulsor. That Glacius is going to fall. Deadlift also dropping. Hellflower's out on a deadlift. Deadlift is going to fall. Behemoth, he also is locked down. There's 3 kills just like that off the bat. Lords out forcing Corrupt the Disciple, though. They're still pretty strong targets. They're going for Prisoner. Prisoner will pull. But now Parasite coming in with his combo. Corrupt the Disciple, can he live through this? It doesn't look like it. No, he goes down in the end. They are going to leave the gravestone behind, but of course with Deadlift dead doesn't matter. Nier, he's Self-Force, not tanky enough though it looks like, and he will get picked off when it's all said and done. So this time now back to Sync's favor in this fight.
And they really should try to take Kongor. I mean, they need to do something with this team fight. They could, of course, choose to just keep farming, but I mean, what's the fun in that, right? I mean, Mika was even arguing that they wanted to fight. They just want to fight, fight, fight.
Yeah, Doctor just pushing out the middle lane right here, but not going to be interested in any kind of Congo attempt, at least yet. Instead, wanted to kind of reset right here. But yeah, I mean, we are definitely, obviously if they're able to lock down Doctor, again, that's a lot easier said than done, but that's big. But especially once he has a shrunken head up, it goes back to they just really don't have any way to deal with that. And he just has free reign in these fights. So it is making it a difficult task here for ECX to actually win said fights. And then Vindicator, the final chapter, I'm sure has a lot to do with this too.
Yeah. I think, though, if Imperboy gets his shrunken up, then he's going to be able to do a lot more in these fights. Because even without a very successful conduit, because he used it on Doctor and, well, Doctor just flew away. He only had 5 charges on it, actually, which is, what, 5 damage? No, 25 damage. So it really wasn't that much. But once he gets that shrunken up and uses conduit on, like, a different target, or at least if Doctor is out of mana and really close by, then, you know, the fight might change.
Yeah.
It might go in ECX's favor, depending on how long Amberboy can survive with Nier.
Keeping him alive, you see pushing out the middle lane here. There is that Shrunken.
And of course, you can't forget the res from Deadlift.
Yeah, they've been doing a really good job of killing those gravestones throughout this game, like really focusing them after you get the hero kill. So teams, it seems like they're getting a lot better at dealing with that. Prisoner jumping in, by the way. Catches a couple. Here we go. Final chapter use off the bat. They did catch Corrupted Disciple. They burst down Glacius. Corrupted going to live, though. He hasn't shrunken up, and now he's turning. Prisoner going to fall in the background, though. Dr. Repulsor, he is flying around as expected to do plenty damage. But Corrupted's on him, though. And Corrupted Disciple, he's going to take out Dr. Repulsor right there. So much damage. The drain again. Up to 276 max. The snipe to finish off Parasite from Lord South Forest. And despite them being just them two, obviously they win the fight in the long run.
And all of a sudden,
yeah,
you know, for once, Caster's Curse did not happen, and I was able to slightly predict what happened. I mean, with the Shrunken Head, you saw that the entire Legion team just kind of ignored Corrupt Disciple, and you really cannot do that. You cannot allow him to just auto-attack things, get those charges up on both his, you know, ultimate as well, which is now called Supercharged, by the way.
With the staff effect, yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know, the -1 armor per charge on the Dr. Repulsor, who only has, what is it, like
10.8.
Yeah. I mean, it attacks really fast, so 10.8 armor, it's every 0.5 seconds that 2 armor gets reduced. I mean, 1 second per 2 armor.
Yeah. Point is, it starts going away quickly.
Yeah.
And the longer it stays around, especially. So.
And I mean, the entire Legion team doesn't really have that much armor.
Nope, bottom. Magnus, he's dead, I think. The Undying.
Another 6 seconds. Yeah, he should be dead. Sheepstick should be picked up now.
Yeah,
yep.
He has it.
There we go. And that's going to be huge.
Yep.
I think a PK would be pretty nice on him as well now, so he can really just blink on the Dr. Repulsor and initiate without having to really commit a full Behemoth ultimate on it.
So I was going to say, yeah, the portal key on South Forest not having that, at least. So I want to be able to combo with the Sheepstick, but still the tablet, his mobility in general pretty good. Should be able to still get off good Sheepsticks, especially with Dr. Repulsor, you know, if he happens to fly in. But that's where if you're Doctor, you know, need to make sure to have the Shrunken Head pretty much activated if you're going in.
Yeah.
But like that, don't wait to use it.
It's down to 8 seconds though, so he's gonna, once it's down to 5 seconds, I really feel like the Hellborn team can take these fights quite comfortably.
Conquer Half-Life, so this will be the token for Corrupted Disciple, most likely. He's gonna have another 2,200 gold here.
I think he's gonna go for the Firebrand, just further improve his mobility.
Yeah. Mental Geometer's Bane could be pretty good too.
Yeah, the brain is also very helpful, I bet, but unfortunately. Yeah, But yeah, I can see reason for Frostburn, but I just think that the geometers to really build Corrupt Disciple into a really tanky target is definitely just one of the most like effective ways to build him because the hero is all about staying alive and getting those charges on corrupted conduits. So yeah. And you know, if they have another tanky target, then they have Lord Sulfuras running around with a lot of movement speed and Corrupted Disciple doing the exact same thing.
Yeah.
A lot of damage constantly and really just really difficult to escape. That being said though, Magnus does have a sheep stick right now, as well as a shrunken. So yeah, we can see him initiating quite well on the Sulfuras. I mean, if they manage to burst down Sulfuras, a lot of the Hellborn damage is gone as well.
God, look at Vindicator even, too. He actually just gets an Arcana delivered to him, already having a Void Talisman on
Resto.
top of that. Yeah, Resto Stone on the support. Now, he still has a little bit of ways to go, so not going to happen soon, but still. If he gets that, that's huge for your support to have.
Dr. Repulsor, I don't know if he just picked up a sheep. No, I don't think so. I think he just got he just got the regeneration part.
On the, for the sheep
Perpetual,
stick,
yeah,
cogwheel.
perpetual cogwheel. These names, I still gotta get used to them.
Oh, yeah, no, that's a weird one. Perpetual cogwheel. Yes, has the regen there, though, from that. Mentioned the sheep stick coming.
He also has the other very nice part of the item called the Luminous Prism. He already has that, but I guess he values regen more, and I mean, I understand why. It's your Dr. Repulsor, you know?
Yeah, especially being a doctor. They try to catch Prisoner up here with the Death Grip, but a little too quick. Able to portal key before he gets found there. Ice Brand purchased by Doctor.
What?
Wait, I saw the Ice Brand. Is that a full Frostwolf? No, Frostburn. Okay.
You said Doctor, though, and I was like, what?
Oh, not Doctor. Yeah, I keep getting them mixed up for some reason. Corrupted, but...
CD and DR.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but... Anyways, Corrupted Disciple, Frostburn. Okay.
I really would like him to split it up, though, and then afterwards go for like a wing bow or something, and then he's unkillable. Then he's just impossible to take down.
Yeah.
Frostwolf, Geometers, wing bow. And then he doesn't have the issue of his measly, 475 range? Yeah.
That's true, yeah, his range definitely holds him back, too, from being that carry potential usually, so. Chase is on. They're coming to the bottom lane down here. They see Vindicator down here. The Ward of Sight spotted him. So this should be a
another
kill.
vision as well.
Yeah. I'm going to pick up Vindy. Now, he does not have a buyback, so if something happens here.
That's a really big kill, though, because that ultimate from Vindy really annoying to deal with.
Yeah. It's like the stress, again, it's one of those as a spectator. It really is hard to tell its influence a lot of the time, but guarantee you it's doing work in those team fights. So.
Look at Zibbe, though. I mean, he's been in the woods for the past, 5 minutes.
Trying to find his way up here. But yeah, he has over 400 gold per minute. And you mentioned earlier, he already has a sheep stick with the post ace, the portal keys. I thought you said, so
he must have bought the recipe.
Okay. He's going to have
then sold it again. He might have bought it earlier, thinking that he had enough money for the mighty hammer. What's it called? Yeah. The Warhammer.
Warhammer. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
You got me confused.
Mighty Blade Warhammer. Yeah. That.
Pushing up the bottom lane with Mr. Dr. Repulsor right here. So in the lead again. Sync's kind of been in this today in general. Obviously in the early series against Complexity. In that first game especially, where they were up by quite a bit. Ultimately to come out on the losing end of that game. So already have that experience just even from earlier today. So just because you have a stats lead doesn't mean things overall are going to work out your way. There's definitely some positives for ECX that continue the team fight potential of them. The Lord Sulfuras and Corrupted are both farming pretty well. You mentioned, I mean, sure, it's still a little bit of ways off, but a Corrupted manages to split up this Frostburn here and then even get a Wingbow on top of that. He really will be so scary at that point. So
yep.
That's going to be important to have.
But
get there.
do you think we're gonna see a Jade Spire on Hexron? I mean, he is versus his L4s, so
Oh yeah, no, they're probably not then. It would have been nice to see, but yeah, I think that's the one. Like again, we saw him in the earlier
use it for mana
series.
regen.
That too, yeah. That in itself is actually pretty good, so that could still be a reason to get it. But yeah, wasn't it Haxton in the earlier series today as a Puppet Master that bought Symbol? And Probus pointed it
Uh,
out against the Self Forest. He's being locked down. By the way, they catch
yeah,
Prisoner
yeah,
up
yeah.
here.
But I think he's fine.
No stun.
He's gonna.
Okay.
They have no way to stop TPs if you're Shuriken.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
But
yeah.
I mean, they're gonna make it be delayed for a really long time because, of course, he can't heal in the well. So he has that DOT on him. Has to wait a bit longer in the well.
What's up here? That's Parasite up here.
They're all just everywhere.
Oh. Almost got him there. Bottom lane now. Possible.
Sync, actually. They do have Magma Sheep Stick, but the Death Grip. Good job by Zibby dodging that. It gives so much vision, by the way.
The radius around it, yeah.
Yeah, I think they're pretty content to just keep farming, though. They have like all the team items that they want, but there's no need for them to rush anything on Sync side. Oh, there could be a fight brewing at top lane, though. If Corrupt Disciple and Deadlift move over there as well, you have Sulfuras ready with the Portal Key and the Sheep Stick and the Shrunken and the Tablet, so here we go.
He's kind of poking in there a little bit. Again, they can't see what we see, so understandable. They're not just diving right here. But
Oh, there we go.
Now they are. There we go. The jump right there on the Parasite with the Sheep Stick. They counter them immediately on Lord South Forest, and South Forest is dead just like that. The Hellborn team's so late to get here. Now Prisoner is going to drop in response. So 1-for-1 resurrection. No, Doctor flew back in to get the kill, but at what cost here? He needs to fly away now. Fissure Stun hits a couple. Shockwave is still ready for Behemoth. Magnus in the background. A big eruption coming out. Down goes Behemoth. Deadlift having to fall back. Corrupt Disciple, though, he's still pretty strong right now. The Overload's up. Buyback on a Prisoner, obviously. They do kill Deadlift, and now Corrupted is going to fall, it looks like. As, yes, he gets picked off. What a play there from Sync again. The kite was real, and a great turn on their part as soon as ECX tried to commit further.
Yeah, just really well played by Sync, having that instant counter initiation, but also a bit sloppy from ECX that they were going for that play when not everybody was ready for it. You saw the Sulfuras jumping in, but I don't think Behemoth was really ready for it.
Yeah.
He didn't even get a shockwave off.
Nope. That didn't happen. Yeah.
Buybacks do come out from Imboboy, though.
That's true, yeah. So Mickey down, well, doesn't have any left.
Yeah, Mickey bought back, but Imboboy just bought back for
right here,
the defense of the base. And I think Tankfet might have as well. I'm not sure. Let's see, did he actually die
yeah,
there?
I think he did, yeah, he did die.
Yeah, he did die, so he must have bought back.
Oh.
But yeah. Aqua's Bones picked up, nice.
That and Arcana picked up on Corrupted. Wonder what he Resto Stone?
Does it work like that? I know that in Dota 2 there was this whole thing with Razor being able to have double ulti up and then it doing a lot of damage. Because you would have two instances of the ulti going on.
Like it stacks on top? Oh, I don't know that.
I don't know if it stacks. That would be cool.
I don't think so, because but I don't know. Like, that's something that I've definitely never tested or seen or anything, so. But
I don't think it's an Arcana. I think it's a Hellflower. I mean.
But yeah, Hellflower would be the other one.
Other item.
Harkons, but I don't see any reason for that this game.
Yeah, I mean. It's the whole point that the Legion team is bad against physical, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a Hellflower, but even Hellflower, though, is a little... I mean, I guess to help lock down Doctor as he's flying through, that's probably the idea there, but... Hellflower seems a little interesting of a choice on Corrupted Disciple. So.
Yeah. I mean, he's really tanky now, though. You saw in the previous fight as well how he was just able to pretty much run around for a really long time. The issue was that Sulfuras died, so they didn't have that much AoE damage. Ooh, here comes the Death Grip. He's gonna scout around, but Zlapt is just so confident knowing that the Hellborn team does not actually have an Alchemist Bones.
Okay, so this is interesting. Harkon's just picked up on Doctor, actually. Instead,
Here's the
speaking of
initiation.
Doctor, he wanted the regen rune. Well, he gets it. Oh, he's able to pop the shotgun. Big counter from Mickey right there, pulling in. They get the kill on Behemoth. Lord South Forest is falling now again, and he's going to be locked down the whole time. He's done very little in these last couple of fights because of the lockdown. Now Corrupt to the side, though, the overload's up. Doctor, however, flying around as he does. He has that Harkons now, and so much damage. Corrupted Disciple falls. GG, well played. We're going to a game number 3. Wow, I mean, if Doctor dies there, this game could be a comeback for ECX because he did not have a buyback right there. So, but Mickey saved him, and then they turned it big time.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so game number 3. It was really just well played by Sync and a few sloppy plays coming out from ECX. Like even then, again, Nair jumping in like that, it was good initially, but Behemoth wasn't actually able to get a good shockwave off, so he chose to not use it. But I think that could have been a mistake at the same time because he really needed to just burst down the Doctor Repulsor.
Yeah. Well. We got
well.
Game number 3 for our grand finals. What a long day it's been here. As far as coverage is concerned, again, the first series running nearly 4 hours. And now we got our second one also going to a game number 3 here. So, well, we know one thing's for certain. It will all come to a conclusion after this next game. As far as Cycle 8 and, well, the regular season even of Han Tour Season 4. So, we're going to take another short break, but we'll be